because Robert Mueller's Russian interference investigation is wrapping up. Reports say the Justice Department is prepared to announce the results of the Mueller investigation next week. Now, it is not clear if Mueller's report will actually become public. But wow, I mean, we have been waiting and waiting. It feels like forever. Although I said that on a recent On the Move show, and Julie Hyman, the co-host, said, oh, no, she was very anti. She said, come on, that's not the case at his move. It takes a long time. She didn't like that I was saying, you know, it's been forever.
But it's time.
But it does feel like, I mean, how long are we going to give it?
It does feel like it's been forever.
Yeah.
It's been 2 years, right?
Yeah.
She was kind of saying that she doesn't like the narrative of complaining about the time it has taken. Well, we're ready for it. Right. Let's get it.
Well, exactly. We're absolutely ready. And next week is going to be epic. I mean, not only do we have the Mueller investigation, that the report supposedly coming out, then you also have Trump's personal lawyer, Michael Cohen. He'll be testifying in Congress on Wednesday. Yeah. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, there's the summit in Vietnam with the North Korean leader.
Oh, my God.
So talk about an epic news cycle. It's going to be insane.
In other words, now we know.
And Jay Powell testifies, I believe, on Tuesday, right?
Now, in other words, Sibile, now we know what we'll be leading Wi-Fi AM with every day next week. Jessica Smith talking about this stuff. Right. Now, briefly, I want to bring in, there's a little bit of an example here. There is some precedent because right now the discussion has turned to, will the report go out to the public or not? There might not be any pressure for the report to come out publicly. They might just say, here are the results of the report. And I want to mention, years ago I had the chance to profile former FBI Director Louis Freeh, who has now become a big-name private investigator. In fact, I'm sure he was in the mix to do what eventually Mueller was hired to do. And Freeh explained to me one of the biggest reports he's ever done was Penn State, the big Penn State investigation. There's a reason that was called the Freeh Report. And at the time, these reports are usually done for private clients, and the reports are not required to go public. And the clients almost always choose, we're not going to release it publicly. But this Penn State issue, remember Jerry Sandusky, that was such a thorny, controversial, political, heated issue that Freeh told Penn State, I'm only going to take this job on if you agree to the condition that the report will be released to the public. That might happen here. I think this is much bigger. I mean, this is even much more delicate, obviously, and sensitive. The whole country is watching. I think, you know, there's precedent here for there to be enough pressure that the report gets released publicly at the same time that the results come out.
I agree. The public should definitely get access to the report and all the findings, but we have to remember some of this stuff, the way it was gathered, is done by our intelligence officers. And we don't want to give our secrets away to any of the other countries. You know that not just Americans are reading those newspapers and headlines. Everyone has access to the internet, so the whole world is watching. So we have to be, they'll have to be cautious with the type of information that they do release and the implications for obviously the White House.
Hopefully it gets put in a book like the 9/11 Commission Report, and then every dad in 30 years can have a copy of the Mueller investigation on their bookshelf.
We want the report.
And pretend they read it.
That'll be you.
Yes.
We're right. Yeah,
it's already there.
Because we all know that every middle-aged guy gets really into like U.S. civics and stuff.
Right. So required reading.